members of staff, special guests, and most importantly, our Year 13 graduates. We're here to honour our Year 13 graduates and to celebrate their achievement in graduating from school. This is one of those milestones in life that you'll never forget. And certainly with COVID-19 and the fact that there are no exams, no prom, no proper graduation, I don't think anyone will ever forget the graduates of 2020. Year 13, you've worked incredibly hard to get to this point, and I'm sure that on occasion you felt it was not possible or so difficult that you felt like staying in bed and pulling the covers over your head. I know my daughter did that a number of times in her final year at school. But here you are now, about to embark on another major milestone in your life, leaving home to go to university. And I know that many of you are going to be studying abroad in another country. You, like many other students leaving IB schools, are probably the best equipped students in the world going into higher education. You demonstrate on a daily basis that you have the knowledge, skills, and understanding, as well as those important traits of the IB learner profile that will give you an edge in an ever-changing and more competitive world. And this year, a year that has been unprecedented in many ways, you have had to show strength as never before. Some people might say, oh, they didn't have to do their exams. But I say, you had to cope with much more as deadlines changed and your plans for your future needed to be rethought. I know I speak on behalf of the entire staff when I say we're very, very proud of you. Many of you have been at NCBIS for a large part of your life, and others have only just arrived a few years ago. But you've all had teachers from being very small, teaching you how to read and write, giving you the basic skills, and over the years building those up so you can be successful in the most rigorous curriculum that the world can produce, the IB diploma. So, for your IB teachers, as well as all your former teachers who have had you over the years, please take a moment to thank them for supporting your learning journey to this point. Quite often, we focus on students and teachers in these graduations, but I want to focus on some people, perhaps the most important people, your family and friends. Sometimes it is easy to forget the important role that they play in helping to get you to where you are today. For me, they are the unsung heroes of successful students, because without them, I doubt you would be graduating today. And just in case there are any of you that doubt this, I want to tell you a story that hopefully makes it clear. Now, this is a religious story, but I hope it's a great story that makes the point I want to make. A man was walking along the beach with God. They'd been walking along the beach since the day the man had been born. And as the man looked back, he could see the different events that went through his life. Since being born, since he could learn to walk, losing his first tooth, going to school, all these events were there. And every time, God had been with him. 2 sets of footprints. However, when the man looked very closely, he noticed that sometimes there was only 1 set of footprints. And when he looked even closer, he noted that when there was 1 set of footprints, those were the most difficult times of his life. So the man turned to God and he said, why is it that when I have the most difficult times and the most stressful times in my life, there's only 1 set of footprints? Why do you leave me? And God said, it's not that I leave you. The reason why there's only 1 set of footprints in the sand at the most difficult times of your life is because I was carrying you. I believe that your family and friends have carried you many times over the years, and particularly in the last 2 years leading up to today's graduation. Maybe you don't know it, as it's not so obvious, but examples could include your mum or dad getting you up out of bed in the morning, asking you to go to bed earlier, or not allowing you to stay out late at night or going to a party on occasion. Or it could be a friend just sitting with you and listening to you when you needed to let out your stress or to talk about things that were maybe unhappy in your life. All these things that at the time you did not think about or appreciate, but your family and friends were doing it because they cared and wanted you to succeed as much as possible. Many of you are set to leave your family this summer and go and study abroad. It's an emotional time to see loved ones go, but that is what growing up is about. It's a circle of life. But let me give you some words of advice. Keep those bonds strong with your family. With the communication possibilities that we have today, there is no reason not to stay in touch. So give your family a call, even if it's only to ask why your clothes turn pink in the wash, or to complain about your housemate who has no social manners, or to ask for more money to be sent over. My daughter does that quite regularly. You need your family as much as they need you. Just as they've been carrying you across the sand in your times of need, there will come a time in your life when you will need to carry them, as well as your own children. So promise me, before you leave to go to university, wherever that will take you, you will go and thank your family and friends for helping them to get to this point in your life. I wish you success in the future. Keep in touch and come back and see us sometime. Congratulations, Year 13.
Hello, I'm Geoffrey Adams, the British Ambassador in Cairo, but I'm also the patron of the NCBIS. And I wanted to send my warmest congratulations to the Year 13 graduates of NCBIS this year, 2020. It's been a difficult year, but we hope it's been a good one for you, and I send you my very best wishes to the future. Thank you.
Good morning or afternoon to our parents, carers, and of course you, the students. Our Year 13 graduating class of 2020. Welcome to our graduation video. Whilst this isn't the conventional video ceremony I'm used to doing at the end of each year, it is, as you know, a compromise due to the strange situation we find ourselves in today. However, this shouldn't take away from the fact that this video marks a huge milestone in a young person's educational journey. In fact, a huge milestone in a young person's life, your life. It's a time to remember and a time to dream. It's a time to look back and a time to reach forward. A time for letting go and a time for discovering hopes and dreams that are yet unborn. A time to say goodbye to yesterday and a time to meet tomorrow with courage. A time to celebrate all that you are and all that you may become. I sincerely hope that NCBIS and all of its staff have given you the skills and the confidence to excel in your studies. Having only joined the school 2 years ago, it's been a real pleasure to get to know all of you and accompany you on your IB journey. 2 years ago, as an outsider coming into the school and this community, I found you as a student body to be so warm and inviting. Most of all, I've been really impressed with the generosity that you show in giving up your time and efforts to help other people less fortunate than yourselves. With the many fundraising community events that have been organised at NCBIS through your CAS projects. I pondered for some time about what I could say to you all this evening. So much so that I even looked back at my first assembly with you 2 years ago. If you can remember, I compared you all to fish. I went on to explain that fish are indeterminate growers, which means that under the right conditions they continue to grow right up until they die. Well, I stand by my initial comparison, as each and every one of you have shown that over the 2 years, you really are growers. As a year group, you've shown that you're ready for whatever challenge is coming next. However, in keeping with tradition, I now want to compare you all to something else. A flight or a journey on a plane. How? Let me explain. We're all aware that when we take off, it's completely out of our hands. We can't do anything about it. It's in the hands of the pilot. And when it comes to landing, even landing is beyond our control. It again is in the hands of the pilot. So what about the turbulence along the way? The turbulence during the journey or the flight, it again is beyond our control. The wind speed is beyond us. When the plane passes through the clouds and the entire plane starts to wobble, it's all out of our control. What is in our control during the flight is our choices. Some people choose to go to sleep. Others get carried away with the free bar. Some watch movies, some eat for the duration, yet others make new friends, talk and network. What you do during the journey is in our control. In the journey of life, the takeoff or our birth is beyond our control. We didn't choose our parents, we didn't choose the nation we were born in. We didn't choose our looks, we didn't choose the religion we were born into. And the landing, our death, even that is completely beyond us. What about the turbulence? The turbulence or problems during life or journey of life. Some of them are within our control. Some of them we can solve, but some can't. Many of them we can't. Again, out of our hands. In this journey of life, the takeoff and landing and the turbulence are not in our control, but again, what is the choices that we make. When we learn to make the right choices, we learn to live a life transformed. a happy and fulfilled life, despite all the turbulence and problems that's going on around us. But it isn't easy, as life has a knack of shaking you when you least expect it. So imagine you're holding a cup of coffee, when somebody comes along and bumps into you or shakes your arm, making you spill coffee everywhere. Why did you spill the coffee? Well, because somebody bumped into me, of course. Wrong answer. You spilt the coffee because there was coffee in your cup. Had there been tea in your cup, you'd have spilt tea. Whatever's inside the cup is what will spill out. Just like when life comes along and shakes you, which will happen. Whatever is inside you comes out. It's easy to fake it until you're rattled. So we have to look at ourselves. What's in my cup? When life gets tough, what spills over? Joy, gratefulness, peace, humility, or anger, bitterness, harsh words and reactions? You choose. My advice, work towards filling your cup with gratitude, forgiveness, joy, words of affirmation about yourselves, kindness, gentleness, and love for others. I sincerely wish you all more positivity in your cup. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being an excellent year group. And I truly wish you all the very best in what's to come. Thank you for listening.
Hello to all our friends at NCBIS. My name is Colin Bell, the CEO at NCBIS, the Council of British International Schools. Now, NCBIS is a very much liked and well-respected school within our global community of close to 300 schools in 80 countries worldwide. So as we come to the end of the academic year, I just wanted to send my warm wishes to all of you, and I appreciate that it's been a very challenging recent couple of months. However, your work throughout this current academic year needs to be celebrated, and the way in which you've dealt with recent challenges and unknown future to come needs to be recognised too, for your true strength, your resilience, and your positive spirit in all that you do, something which is so unique to your school community at NCBIS. Now, a special message to all your Year 13 students who are leaving NCBIS. I wish you well on your next adventures and your next part of your educational journey. Now, whether you're off to university, I wish you well, and I appreciate that some are choosing to come and study in the UK. Here, you will be made to feel extremely welcome. So, to conclude, please remember to celebrate all your achievements this year. And obviously, remember to thank all your family, your friends, and importantly, the wonderful teachers and support staff and school leaders at NCBIS. I wish you a safe and happy summer and all good wishes from your friends at NCBIS. Thank you. Goodbye.
To the graduating class of NCBIS 2020, congratulations on your achievement. To say that it's been a turbulent 2 years would be an understatement, but we made it through together. There have been laughs, there have been breakdowns and tears and happiness, and of course the stresses that come with the IB diploma. To dwell on the current situation would imply that there is something different about your achievements compared to groups that have gone before you. In fact, there is no difference. Yes, you didn't complete your examinations, but stop and think about what that means for a moment. Each subject has an average of around 2.5 hours for an examination. And to put that into perspective, higher level subjects have 240 hours. So that's about 1% of a full diploma that you've missed. 2% for SL subjects. To try to say that you have achieved or done anything less than any other year group in the IB diploma's history is simply wrong. You've been through all of the same emotions and have learned all of the same skills as everybody else who's ever done the IB diploma. All of your IAs, CAS, TOK, extended essay, all exactly the same. You should be very proud of yourselves. Just as proud as anybody else who has done the diploma before you. In fact, when we look at the current situation, you could say that you've achieved even more. You're certainly unique, in that there has never been an IB cohort in the IB Diploma's 52 years that have not sat an examination. Of all the graduating classes, there can't be one that is more prepared for the ups and downs that life can throw at you as you are. You could argue that you actually have an advantage in this sense. I will miss you being around, coming into my office to share your experiences, some of you a lot more than others. I will miss asking you to turn the light off in the common room at least 3 times a day, or to take the beanbags out of the study area. Speaking of beanbags, I will of course miss the beanbag explosions and finding Faisal covered in polystyrene claiming that it was not his fault. I will miss cleaning up your dishes at the end of the day. I will miss chasing you around to hand in work and in some cases even attend some lessons. I will miss the complaints about the graduation date. Didn't that age well? And of course, the prom conversations. In all seriousness though, and to tell you the truth, I actually have nothing but fond memories for you. My job would have been boring without you here. And in fact, without you, I wouldn't have a job. So thank you, and it has been my pleasure to work with you. I am very, very proud of your achievements. Whatever you do, I am sure that you will be successful in your own unique ways. You will always be a part of the NCBIS family, and you will always have a special place in my personal memories. I wish you all the very best for the future. Congratulations again, you deserve it. Miss Yara Abdel Monaim.
So we can't believe we graduated, and we just wanted to say thank you so much for the last 2 years.
They've been pretty crazy, but we've had an amazing time. We've made a lot of memories together, especially in the common room. Mr. Hydale probably hates us all by now, but we will miss him and we'll miss annoying him. And we had an amazing time at NCBIS. And we're done. We're out.
Although this isn't the best way to graduate, we hope to see you all soon. And bye!
Bye!
Mr. Mustafa Abdel Mani. Mr. Sohad Walia.
I'd like to start off by saying a huge thank you to all of our teachers for providing us with your knowledge and helping us take such huge steps into all of our futures. No matter how far any of us gets into our careers, we'll always have you and our parents to thank for providing us with such an amazing education. And I would also like to thank all of the people in my year group. We learned, suffered, and got through the strenuous diploma together, and it's been a pleasure getting to know some of the most successful businessmen and women, economists, engineers, and several other professions. And I look forward to hearing how each of us ends up making an impact on this world.
Mr. Mahanad Abdel Latif. Miss Salma Abusef.
Hi guys!
Hello! Hi!
We wanted to take this opportunity to thank NCBIS for bringing us all together and giving us the chance to meet friends that are gonna be there for us for a lifetime. And we've been through so much together, and we really appreciate all these experiences that we've had.
Even though we've been through many hardships and we've struggled a lot, from tears in the common room to Mr. Hydale after school, we still got through it together. And yeah, we were there for each other. That's what got us through it.
I've been in this school since reception, so 14 years now. It genuinely is my second home. I can't imagine waking up every single day and not going to school, but I'm ready to take the next step, and I'm so thankful for everything that happened.
We've prayed and prayed and prayed for exams to get cancelled, and finally God has answered our prayers. I know you guys are gonna miss the loud girls in the common room that always wear black. So we're gonna miss you so much.
Thank you!
Thank you, mommy! Thank you, mommy!
Thank you,
We love you!
Miss Lara Adib. Mr. Yahya Al-Mabshi. Miss Dina Hatem. Miss Nora El Hosseini Brat. Miss Mariam Mata. Mr. Faisal Saban. Mr. Khaled Abu El Dahab.
I've had the privilege to be able to spend 15 years of the 18 I've been alive in NCBIS, because NCBIS has provided me with so many skills and opportunities that have made me a better man and the man I am today. I just want to thank all the teachers that have helped me through my journey of learning and helped me develop as a person, like from nursery up to year 13. So schools have taught me so many skills, especially independence, wink wink, and I'm just gonna miss the school and the environment and the workers and everyone that makes NCBIS so like a family, and I miss my friends. And although it wasn't a senior year for us, it was one that I enjoyed and I'm gonna miss.
Miss Noran Akil. Miss Hala Al-Sharif. Mr. Luke Begast.
With coming to a new country and having to make new friends, I want to thank everyone who made Egypt feel like home to me. The last 2 years have definitely been very crazy, not only for me, but probably everyone else. and I don't think I could have left these 2 years with my sanity if it wasn't for everyone who helped me through these 2 years and who were there for me even before I came to Egypt. I also want to thank my teachers who helped me through the IB, and particularly Miss Salam. Despite only being my teacher for 1 year, she helped our small class of 2 and motivated us for the last year of IB. Thank you.
Mr. Christian Begast.
I just want to say that I'm so proud of everybody and I can't believe we actually made it. It's been a tough year, especially with the coronavirus, but we all fought through it and we stayed strong. And I really can't wait to see all of you in the future, especially with your amazing careers ahead of you. And congratulations, guys. See you.
Atipatsa Liquide.
So this year didn't end exactly the way we wanted it to, but it is what it is. But I couldn't have got through this whole year without everybody at NCBIS, all my friends, and all the teachers. I've been at NCBIS for about 5 years now, and I've learned so many things with the help of my teachers, moving from a different system, and it's really taught me about
Miss Alinafe Liquide.
Can't believe that the year is over and we're finished with high school. It's so crazy, especially with what's going on right now. But my years at NCBIS over the past 5 years have been quite a roller coaster. I've learned so much about myself, so much about different subjects and all those things, and that's all because of the students and the teachers. One of the things I'm going to take away from NCBIS is definitely the sense of community and family, because that was one thing that really helped me throughout everything in the past couple of years, especially the last 2 years.
Mr. Shanak Kulkarni.
I want to take this opportunity to thank all my teachers and people in year 13 and year 12 for making IB the best experience possible, especially Mr. Hydale, our IB coordinator, who's worked so hard to take care of us these 2 years. Thank you very much.
Miss Clara Huelmüller.
I've been in this school since year 10, and I want to thank all the teachers and all my friends who have supported me and made the journey really fun, and I'm very excited to finally graduate.
Mr. Adam Youssef.
I would like to thank all my teachers and fellow students for helping me out throughout these 2 years, and even though it ended really badly, at least it was a good 2 years.
Miss Hannah Hassan.
I can't believe my time at NCBIS is over. I'm thankful for every experience that has changed me and helped me grow as a student and as a person, but I can't say it wasn't difficult. I'd like to thank a few teachers who have especially helped me grow and succeed. First, I'd like to thank Mr. Corona for making English as interesting as it was, Ms. Mar for making Spanish so fun, Mr. Entwistle for putting up with me, Mr. Davison for being Mr. Davison, and Ms. Harvey for being such an amazing teacher. But finally, I'd like to thank Ms. Ellicott for truly helping me grow as a person. But of course, the senior leadership team as well for supporting me through my final year at NCBIS. Thank you.
Miss Rafia Khan.
Hi, I want to thank my teachers for their support and guidance, Miss Harvey for her endless encouragement and compassion, Mr. Stagg for always being positive and believing that I can do better, Mr. Corona for truly making me enjoy a subject, Miss Robinson for her dedication to help me, Mr. O'Neill for his continuous effort to make sure I succeed, Miss Gilchrist for teaching me something new every lesson. And to all my other teachers, thank you for your time and effort, and I will always remember your teachings. And of course, thank you to my friends for making the last 2 years of school amazing and creating all these unforgettable memories. I never thought I would move to this great country and meet you guys, so thanks to God for you all, because after all, it was all God's plans.
Mr. Arvin De Souza.
Thank you to all my teachers and friends who have helped us throughout this journey and guided us through success. No, Jacob's.
Mr. Jacob Duda. Miss Cristina Estevi Belejas.
Even though I've only been in the school for 2 years, I've made some friends that I feel like I've known for so much longer. And I want to thank all the teachers that have been with me the whole way of IB and helping me, especially Mr. Haider, that was always there when we needed him.
Miss Nicole van Brugel.
I've been in NCBIS for almost 10 years, and I really want to thank everyone for the amazing and unforgettable time here. And I want to also especially thank my IB teachers for the past 2 years for helping me get through it. And I also want to thank my classmates for making all these years unforgettable. And I just really want to thank NCBIS for everything that you've done for me. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, this is not the ending scene we expected, and our graduation seems a bit different, but I think it's the same achievement we are celebrating. I'm very proud that I and all of us have finished the course successfully, so I'd like to thank all our teachers and friends who kept each other learning together throughout the course. Yeah, we don't know when things are getting back to normal and when and how we start our university. It could be online, but I'm very much looking forward to it, and I hope everyone else is preparing to take the next step of their lives. Yeah. So thank all of you, happy graduation, stay safe. Bye.
Hey, this is Rob and Sarah from The Big Breakfast on 104.2 Nile FM. There's Sarah.
I'm right here, hi!
We just want to say congratulations to all the NCBIS students that are graduating this year. Woo! It's been a really difficult year, but you have been amazing. So thank you very much for joining us and making us a part of your morning, and massive success to everyone graduating. All the best for the future, and congratulations!
Congratulations! Woo!
Hi, this is Yusra Luzi. I'm an Egyptian actress. I'd like to congratulate you all for graduating this year. I'm quite aware that this year has been unique in many ways and not quite as expected. Pretty much disappointing if you're graduating and you can't celebrate with your friends and have a prom. But I'm sure that as you grow older and wiser, you will realize that you've been through something that no one has ever been through before, and you will think of these days and laugh and remember the good memories. And I think you should consider yourselves lucky because we have the internet now. You're able to communicate with all your friends, and you can see them online and talk to them. Imagine if this had happened 30 years ago. What would the students have done then? Also, I would like to wish you all good luck. I know some of you are traveling to different universities around the world, and I hope you make the best out of it because these are the best years of your lives. And I know it sounds cliche, but it's not. I think you should follow your passion and try to develop your hobbies and do whatever it is that you like, really like. Because after college you'll have responsibilities and work and families, and you won't have time to do as much as you can now. So make the best out of it, enjoy it, try to keep in touch with your friends, and good luck.
Growing up, I never thought my graduation day would come. I also never thought I'd be graduating through a screen or have our exams cancelled. So I think it's safe to say this year has had a lot of firsts. For many of us graduating today, NCBIS has been a special place in our hearts, not just because of the chaos we've imposed throughout our years here, but because of the memories we've created at this place we've been calling home for the last 15 years. We made our first friendships here, most of which are the closest to our hearts till this day. Learned our biggest life lessons, and most importantly, grew into the people we are today. We overcame the biggest challenges like trying not to wear a hoodie to hide our crippling depression, or finding the will to live while doing TOK. The memories and friendships we've made, whether we joined 15 years ago or at the start of IB, are irreplaceable. And I'm sure Mr. Heidel would agree when I say that we really are an unforgettable year group. From crying about upcoming deadlines or laughing and about exploding beanbags in the common room, the roller coaster known as the IB diploma really did teach us our biggest life lessons. And I couldn't have hoped for a better group of people to overcome such an important part of my life. The last 2 years were far from perfect. In fact, if asked to describe them in one word, I would probably say impossible. We really have accomplished the impossible. And to list a few of the things we all have in common, we managed to pull all-nighters and drink our body weight in caffeine just to hand in an IA. We've managed to completely change our deadlines around, only to realize that postponing them led to a world record of sleepless nights. We've managed to change the common room to our liking, only to realize that the newly built window in Mr. Heidel's office completely defeated the point of trying to create a nap room. On a more serious note, it's clear that we really are the most determined year group to complete the diploma, and that's evident with all our accomplishments, big or small. And if we're determined enough to complete our extended essays in a week, then we really are bound to do amazing things in the future.
So when asked to describe my IB experience in a speech at NCBIS, I think a good way to do it would be through a story about a haircut. Haircut. So basically, long story short, being an adventurous year 9 student I was one day, I went to my barber and told him to give me a super cool haircut with super short sides, thinking I'd look like Cristiano Ronaldo. And as some of you might remember, I ended up looking nothing less than bald. So it had all gone wrong and I was terrified to go to school next day. But why this random story? So similarly to me back in year 9, I know every one of us has had at least one or multiple similar failure stories in our 2 years in the IB diploma. And obviously this is obviously in regards to IAs or tests and not with haircuts, although some of us did have those too. But what did we do? Yeah, fine, we had those couple of days where we drowned in our sorrows like I did, but we still got up the next morning and didn't let those defeats define us because just like my hair, we grew back up and we still managed to find the sunlight and make memories that we simply can't ever forget as a year group. So as many of you guys already know, I love incorporating some great philosophers and intellectuals in my speeches. So as Winnie the Pooh once said, how lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. And I'm sure many of us can agree that's exactly how we feel about this school and our experience in the IB here. So, to be honest, even though we've had to accept and bounce back from so many different defeats in the IB, we've still decided to give it another go for a reward that we still don't even know what it is and what the value of it is. And to be honest, I'm not sure if we will experience that soon either because of the fact that we're having to graduate without an after party or having an after party watching our Netflix that we're currently watching. So we all know that the reward is there, but we don't know exactly where, but it is somewhere. And every step we take, we move closer and closer to it, and we'll get that reward soon. I know in 20 or 30 years, we will have members of this very NCBIS class of 2020 shining, excelling, and being CFOs or CEOs of some of the biggest companies in the world, in all 4 corners of the world. So, to end, congratulations, class of 2020.
Hi everyone, this is Shireen Hamdi. I'm an Egyptian TV presenter and I just wanted to say congratulations to all the students who are graduating this year from NCBIS. My son's also at NCBIS, but he's still in year 7, so I'm super excited to see that day. But I don't think he's going to be as lucky as you guys are because you guys had no exams this year. Lucky group. I know that 2020 has been different than all the past few years, but I'm sure you guys are all excited to start this new journey of your life and this new chapter. And I wish you all the best of luck.
Congratulations, NCBIS seniors. Ladies and gents of tomorrow, the next stage in your life is one of the most important ones. It's the one that shapes up your final stage in your personality. Spend it wisely and enjoy it. Esresin.
This brings us to the end of our Year 13 graduation video. I'd like to thank 3 sets of people straight off. The teachers for doing all they've done for our Year 13s, for the parents for supporting them all the way through their education, and also to the students, of course, themselves, because at the end of the day, you're the only one that can do it, and you've managed to do that and be successful. So well done there. I would also like to thank the Board of Directors for giving us the opportunity to make this video for Year 13. It probably won't make up for the live version. Everybody wanted to be here, everybody wanted to say thank you and well done and give you a hug and a shake hands, but unfortunately that wasn't possible. But I do hope that this video is something that you can look back on over the years and cherish, because it is very special. It's a very special year. Nobody is ever going to forget it. So thank you everybody for being involved with this, for parents coming in, for the marketing team and of course the camera crew that have been doing this for us. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this video as much as I am when I sit down and watch it myself with my 2 children. I hope you have an amazing future. Keep in touch, please do that, and of course keep in touch with your family. Very important. Take care, bye bye.